Now I want to talk about something that's pretty crazy. Imagine if I told you that right now, in this very moment, invisible environments are quietly dismantling your mental strength. They're rewiring your brain, draining your energy, and convincing you it's all your fault. This isn't science fiction. It's the unsettling reality Carl Jung uncovered decades ago. Once you see it, you'll never move through your relationships, your work, or even your thoughts the same way again. Today, I'm going to walk you straight into 7 psychological spaces that trap 90% of people without them even realizing it. Show you the warning signs you're already inside, and give you the exact escape plan. Jung designed to reclaim your mind. But before we dive in, make no mistake, staying in these places will cost you your clarity, your authenticity, and ultimately, your life satisfaction. If you're ready to break free, stay with me until the very end. The first trap is the echo chamber.
Guys!
This is where everyone around you agrees with you, mirrors your beliefs, and reinforces your worldview. It feels safe because of that, but that safety is poison. Without challenge, your critical thinking atrophies like an unused muscle. Jung saw this firsthand with a patient who became entrenched in an echo chamber, completely missing the forest for the trees. You need friction. That's how diamonds form under intense pressure. Similarly, your convictions should be forged, not in agreement, but in the heat of thoughtful debate. When everyone around you just echoes back what you already believe, you're not informed, you're indoctrinated. When you leave the echo chamber, you don't lose your beliefs, you gain perspective. You've looked at them from every angle and are ready to defend them intelligently, not dogmatically. Get out before the walls close in. The second is the comparison arena. This is where every victory feels hollow because someone else achieved more. Jung's patient lived here too. He was a talented architect, yet every time he received praise, there was a caveat. Someone else had done it faster, cheaper, or more innovatively. Comparison is a thief that robs you of joy by making everything a competition. It tricks you into thinking you're not enough, just not enough. Stop playing this game. Your progress is yours alone. Comparison doesn't inspire growth. It trains your brain to find inadequacy everywhere. It turns every interaction into a transaction, draining you of your unique essence. You either feel superior or inferior, never whole. If you find yourself constantly measuring your worth against others, come back to your core values. Ask yourself, am I living according to my truth or someone else's expectations? The third is the performance theater. Here you're not appreciated for who you are, but for what you can do, say, or wear. Authenticity is punished. Survival means wearing a mask. Jung called this persona identification, when the role you play for approval replaces your real identity. Here, your smile is rehearsed, your opinions are filtered, and your heart stays locked away. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny, agree with ideas you despise, and push down every part of yourself that doesn't fit the script. The longer you stay in this place, the more the mask fuses to your face until you coo and tell where it ends and you begin. People may applaud your performance, but deep down you're slowly withering. This is self-erasure disguised as success. Now imagine the opposite, the silent suffering space. From the outside it looks calm, no conflict, no outbursts. But beneath the surface is emotional starvation. Needs go unspoken, pain is hidden, and intimacy is sacrificed for appearances. Jung's patient grew up in just such an environment, a home where love was conditional, requiring the silencing of any voice that might disrupt the facade. Can't heal what you won't acknowledge, and this false peace rots you from the inside. If silence buries you, the chaos storm drowns you. Here, constant stimulation, news, social feeds, endless tasks obliterates your ability to hear your own thoughts. You feel busy, but hollow. Stillness becomes unbearable because it threatens to reveal what you've been running from. In this place, your attention fractures, your decisions grow impulsive, and wisdom never has a chance to emerge. From chaos, it's a short fall into the self-abandonment chamber. This is where you stop hearing your own instincts entirely. Ratio. Say yes when you mean no. Stay in jobs and relationships that drain you. Make every choice based on expectations instead of truth. Society often rewards you here, calling it maturity or selflessness, making the trap even harder to see. But this is the slowest, deadliest kind of soul loss. And finally, the shadow basement. This is the place inside you where shame, fear, and rejected parts of yourself are locked away. You think you've buried them, but in the dark, they grow stronger, leaking out as self-sabotage, rage, or repeating the very patterns you swore to avoid. Jung knew that the only way out was through facing the shadow, not with judgment, but with compassion.
But
You can't shine light on what you refuse to acknowledge. The discarded pieces of yourself are not monsters to be feared, but wounded parts yearning to be healed. By integrating these fragmented aspects, Jung showed that you can transmute toxicity into power. He called this process individuation. It's a 6-step journey. First, recognize where you are without denial. Second, audit every space you inhabit. Are they nurturing or toxic? Third, withdraw your energy strategically. Don't spread yourself too thin trying to fix everything. Fourth, consciously build nourishing environments. Nurture connections that bring you peace. Fifth, face your shadow with compassion. Acknowledge those dark, rejected parts of yourself. And sixth, maintain vigilance. These places are seductive and will always invite you back. Jung's patient did this, and within months, his thinking sharpened, his values returned, his relationships deepened. He stopped performing for approval and started living for truth. And here's the ripple effect Jung cherished. When you change yourself, you change the spaces you inhabit, and those spaces begin to change others. His patient's honesty inspired his family to confront their own silent suffering, and his authenticity at work challenged others to drop their masks. Now it's your turn. Look around and within are you in an echo chamber, a comparison arena, a performance theater, a silent suffering space, a chaos storm, a self-abandonment chamber, or the shadow basement. Name it, then take one step, however small, toward the exit. Because your mental strength depends on the environments you choose to live in. Don't let invisible walls shrink your life. Break them. If you found this guide valuable, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today, because freeing one mind can be the spark that frees many. Let's quickly recap the 7 unseen environments that silently sabotage our mental strength. First, the echo chamber. This is where everyone around you parrots your beliefs, creating a false sense of validation. Next, the comparison arena. Here, success is measured by outdoing others, leaving you in a constant state of inadequacy. Then the performance theater. This is where authenticity is sacrificed for approval, turning life into a hollow charade. Following that is the silent suffering space. This environment keeps emotions bottled up, leading to internal decay. After that, the chaos storm. Here, constant distractions keep you in a fractured state, unable to connect with your inner wisdom. Then the self-abandonment chamber. This is the place where you stop listening to your intuition, choosing external pressures over your inner voice. And finally, the shadow basement. This is where unresolved trauma and negative emotions fester, eventually seeping into your conscious life as self-sabotage and destructive patterns. These 7 spaces are like psychological quicksand. Once you're in, it's hard to get out. They prey on your vulnerabilities, distort your perceptions, and chip away at your mental resilience. The question is, which of these places have you found yourself in recently? Perhaps you've felt the suffocating embrace of the echo chamber or the isolating chill of the self-abandonment chamber. Maybe you've grappled with the demons in the shadow basement, or performed for acceptance in the theater. Wherever you've been, know that you're not alone. We all get lost sometimes. The key is to recognize the signs, understand the dangers, and take action. Like the patient of Dr. Jung, we must learn to step back from the edge of these traps, to breathe deeply and consciously shift our environments and inner landscapes. It's a daily practice, a recalibration of the mind and spirit. But the reward is immense, a life lived on your terms, authentic, meaningful, and truly free. What steps will you take today to shift your environments or inner states? Which small actions will you take to move out of the shadows and into the light? Remember, your mental health and overall well-being depend on the spaces you inhabit. It's time to reclaim your life and rewrite your story. And if you found this guide valuable, hit that subscribe button. Like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Until next time,